Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, and they call me the Miracle Man. Now, let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. No time for delay. Let's do this. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of all that stress, the worry, the anxiety, the fears, just clearing all that stuff out, which I call the head trash, and really tap into our consciousness, that perfect spirit that really knows the way forward, and that mind is constantly guessing. So you'll see a new backdrop today. This is the circle. I unveiled this last night when I was leading the circle. To me, the circle is that unified force, that there may be different colors, different bodies, different forms, but we're all still one unit, perfect spirit. And we're whole and complete just as we stand. So the circle is also a sign of wholeness, that despite the opinion of the mind, everything's perfect in this moment, that you're whole and complete. And it's simply the mind telling you stories. Because this experience you're having right here, right now, is perfect for your growth. If it's undesirable, then you can change this moment. And that's what I really want to talk about today, is change is uncomfortable to the mind. The mind does not like change, will resist change, will do all these things to prevent from change from happening, because the mind is comfortable with a known situation. And to step outside the circle, step outside the lines, is uncomfortable to the mind. What's going to happen if I do that? Is it all going to work out? And the mind will create all these kind of stories. But we have to ignore those stories. We have to ignore this head trash, because our growth is in the discomfort of trying new things, to experiment with life. When people come to my circle, they're really jumping out of their comfort zone. They have no idea what to expect in this. I don't even know what to expect in the circles. It's like the land of mystery and magic. Because every time I do a circle, it's different. You can say it's a channeled meditation, a channeled process. I simply get the mind out of the way and allow spirit to drive the ship, if you will, to take over. And last night was really magical. So everyone that comes to the circle is stepping outside their comfort zone if this is their first time coming. Even if it's their second time or third or fourth or fifth, it's still a new experience. Because every time I do this, it's different. And which is unusual, because the mind doesn't like different. The mind likes specific rituals, specific routines. This is why each day looks the same as the next. We wake up with infinite possibilities and potentials. Then the mind starts going, it starts telling the stories, and we start to create this constrainment, all from infinite possibilities to like this confinement. So we have to break out of that confinement by stepping into the uncomfortable, to step into the unknown. Because that is really where the magic happens. You already know what's going to happen in this moment because it's familiar, it's comfortable. But if I was to blindfold you, take you someplace that you don't know, and just take off the blindfold and look around, you'll probably be anxious, maybe stressed. The mind will be really concerned and in a panic because it's not a familiar situation. And this can be like meditation as well. When you close your eyes and you just be here in that space of silence, of darkness. And be at peace right here, right now. Because peace is really the energy of transformation. So if you're finding yourself uncomfortable, good. What's the story behind the discomfort? It's probably some fear of the unknown. What's going to happen? How's this all going to work out? And sometimes there's questions of safety. Am I safe to be in this space? And that's one of the things I assure people in the circle. I have my spiritual team around and enveloping everyone in this protective bubble, so nothing can come into the space that can harm them. But I've never experienced an evil encounter or a negative force. but I still put that protection up just to keep that safety. And that's another interesting topic. Is there really evil demons in the world? I have never experienced them. And then when I was hearing Dolores Cannon speak, she also talked about not encountering evil presences. And I have never heard a spiritual teacher really talk about the evil, the demons. I just never anyone acknowledge that they exist. They probably do because they're a mental creation. If your mind is filled with fear, demons exist, that's part of your reality, you'll create that. You will manifest that. That's the power of our mind. That's this really magical place. Because the mind does not know the difference between fantasy and reality. So it can bring those things into fantasy, into reality. So you have this experience with evil, with demons. But it's never been my personal experience. Dolores Cannon never had that as well. And but I do hear some mediums talking about this, but I've yet to encounter that. Even when I tune in to their side, I simply have not encountered that. I see some maybe low-level energy that are like tricksters and jokesters, but I wouldn't call them evil or malicious. But I'm sure they must be out there, because you have TV shows like The Haunting and other shows that talk about these evil forces, the demon. Even that one show, The Dead Files, Amy Allen, she's a really good medium, and she talks about these evil forces, these demons. But it's simply not my reality. So I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, because these aren't really planned. Just whatever pops into mind, pops up from spirit. But just to embrace that unknown and trust everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to work out perfectly. So even today, I stepped outside my comfort zone. I published my first TikTok video. Why not? That's where we grow. That's where we expand in the unknown. Oh, I've never had this experience before, or this experience, or this experience. I call myself an experience junkie. I like to have all these new experiences. I just like to try new things, to experiment. That life is one great experiment. We don't know how things are going to work out. We just trust everything's in divine working order. That the universe has a master plan that we're not aware of. But yet this master plan is not fixed. If it was fixed, then destiny, fate would be set in stone. But people can change their destiny, with each step, taking that one step and the next step and the next step, will change your destiny, your course, your way forward. But you have to embrace the unknown. But I think that's it for today. Just rambling here a little bit. So just realize, we're all part of this one circle of the divine, whatever you want to call that, perfect spirit, source, universe. We are that. So keep relaxing, keep smiling. Trust everything is working out for your benefit, even when it doesn't seem that way. Because every experience is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to expand. Ultimately, we're here to expand our consciousness, expand the knowledge of the universe by having all these different experiences. All right, well, I'm going to jump off out of here. Take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.